Everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to talk about a tarot deck that some of you may have heard of. I'd like to talk about the Oswald Wirth tarot deck, and here is the box here that has the Empress on the cover. It's published by US Games, and this is quite an important deck for a couple of reasons. The first reason is it was published in 1889, which is at least 20 years before the Waite-Smith deck. So that's significant. And the other reason is Oswald Wirth belonged to an esoteric order that was founded in the same year as the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Oswald Wirth belonged to the Kabbalistic Order of the Rosy Cross, which was a order that had a branch in France, and both of those two orders were founded in about the same year, around 1888. So that's quite significant. And also this deck is seen as a bridging deck between the Marseille decks and the Waite-Smith deck, because up until this time the Kabbalistic orders who used the tarot were working with the Marseille decks because that was all that was available at the time. So there's a few reasons why this is quite a significant deck. I'm going to show you some of the major arcana. When this was first published in 1889, it was only available in the 22 major arcana because that was all that Oswald Wirth had actually created, and the minor arcana were created later on. I haven't been able to find out who created the minor arcana. The cards were revised in 1927, so I haven't been able to find out whether that was when the minor arcana were created, but apparently it was someone else who created the minor arcana in a similar style so that they don't look too different. The first important card for the major arcana is the one I want to point out, is the Devil card. Now this is one of the most notable cards in the Oswald Wirth deck, because this was the first representation of the devil that was based on the Baphomet image that was drawn and created by the French occultist Eliphas Levi. So that was the first time this image had appeared on a tarot card. So that's the devil. And I'm just going to show some other major arcana cards from the deck that I quite like. And this is the Hermit. I quite like this deck. I think it's quite beautiful. It's one of those decks that you either really like or you don't like. I actually really like it. I think it's really lovely. That's the Hermit card. Here is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a bit different to the Waite card for this Wheel of Fortune card, because it has the image for Mercury here, the old alchemical image for Mercury, which is the rod with the entwined snakes at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune. So I really like that. And this is the Moon card. I think these cards are quite beautiful. I really like it. So there's the Moon card. And here is the Sun card with the twins. This is like the Marseille representation that has the twins on it. So that's the Sun. You have plain pips, of course, because it's otherwise like a Marseille deck. So there's the Ten of Wands. And here's an example of the Queen of Wands. So you get the idea, the rest of the deck is like a Marseille deck. But the major arcana is quite beautiful. And here's the Ace of Wands. And there is a book that was created in 1927 that was written by Oswald Wirth to accompany the deck at the time when the cards were revised. It's called Tarot of the Magicians. Here is the book here. It's published by Wiser Publishing. It's quite a good book, but it is a bit obscure the way that it is written, and it is a bit difficult to read also because it is not similar to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, because Oswald Wirth belonged to a separate order, which was the Kabbalistic Order of the Rosy Cross, which was a French order, and their astrological correspondences and ideas were different to the English order, which is the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So there are differences there. So the Tarot of the Magicians book, to go with the Oswald Wirth deck, is really only useful for that deck. So I just thought I would point that out in case somebody wants to get that book and then may have trouble or being a bit confused because the correspondences are different, the ideas are different. I just thought I might mention that in case there's some people that are interested. So I just thought I would show that to you, and because I really like this deck, I think it's a lovely cross breed or hybrid between the Waite deck and the Marseille. So that's, I like it. I think of it more as a Marseille deck, but I think it's quite a significant deck for the reasons that I mentioned before. And I thought I would like to share that with you in case there's some people out there that are thinking of purchasing the deck, and to give you a bit of background of how it was created and the significance and influence that it actually had on the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. It's very likely and is believed that it did influence the creation of the Waite-Smith deck. Okay, well, I hope everyone enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.